Hello, everybody. How's it going out there? David here. Hope everyone's having a good day, a good week, and most importantly, having a good life. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this video, whether it be on my sports channel, my mainly sports-related channel, current, that kind of thing, or it'll be like a political, politics, religion channel. I'm leaning toward political, but we'll see where it lands. Either way, links in the description to all the channels you want to see for yourself, to other things that I do. Breaking news came out all over Twitter. The league has sent notification to all teams that, of course, with NFL season coming up, they got a shortened preseason, 17-game regular season. With the season coming up, there's going to be extra focus and punishment for teams in which COVID outbreaks are caused by unvaccinated players. It pretty much says what will happen is if it can be traced that a COVID breakout was caused or initiated by an unvaccinated player, they'll be forced to forfeit the game and will not be postponed. So it can have major consequences in regards to standings and obviously playoff pursuits, and attendance and all that when it comes to games. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And this is, I guess, it'd be more of a political, individual freedom kind of thing. I'll discuss about this. But first of all, we'll start the league verification of this, okay? We've known and we've seen across the news where people who are still vaccinated, sports teams have gotten COVID. For example, NC State had to drop out of the College World Series because several people were hit with this new Delta variant of COVID, and many of them were vaccinated, and they still got it. So it makes you wonder, I mean, and this is, and I'll be very clear on getting to this, okay? I'm not an anti-vax person. If you want to get a vaccine, get a vaccine. My daughter had her vaccine when she was a child. I had several vaccines growing up as a kid myself. I had no issues with it. I don't think vaccination leads to autism. I'm not one of those anti-vax conspiracy theory people. I don't think the government's trying to plug us with something and to control us or to make us sick. I'm not into that group. Okay, I'm not part of QAnon or all that shit. I'm gonna make it very clear. I'm not a part of that group. But I am against coerced or mandated vaccines, or in any case, coerced or mandated medication, medical treatments, and medicines that you feel you shouldn't, that you don't want to take. You should be able to pursue treatments in medical facilities and medical care as you see fit as an individual American. I don't like the idea of being told you have to get a medication or you have to get a vaccine to do anything. I'm against that in principle. Though I think it's a good idea in general for many people to get a vaccine, in particular circumstance, like for example, we work in the medical field, getting a vaccine makes sense. Doing a lot of international travel, getting a vaccine makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'm not necessarily against people getting a COVID vaccine. What bothers me is the principle of the fact that they're pretty much making unvaccinated people be pressured to get vaccines. And there's been a lot of stuff on a Twitter feed about it here. I'll go ahead and I'm going to share it here so you can see my thoughts on this. I mean, I'm going to share my Twitter feed, just some of the stuff I've been tweeting the last few minutes. I'm kind of, you see, I'm kind of ticked off about this, kind of venting a little bit. But we're going to go through here. First of all, we'll start with the first tweet here. This is me going off. I'm saying pretty much, and it's bullshit, but by Phil Yates, NFL follower, commentator, saying the NFL essentially mandating players to get the vaccine without actually mandating players to get the vaccine. I said, pretty much, and this bullshit, what about breakouts that are caused by vaccinated people? There's still a possibility. Yes, again, like I said, key example, NC State example, people were vaccinated and still got the Delta variant. Next tweet here, we'll go ahead and pull this one up and make that the focus here. And my Twitter's in the description. Also, Twitter if you want to follow me there. I don't get into the political stuff here very often on my page. I mainly to sports and baseball sharing shit, but I do make exceptions, and this is one of them. Shared by Albert Britter. And guess what? If you're a bubble player and you're not vaccinated and the guy you're competing with for a spot is ... I think we know what's going to happen. Teams can't say it or even hint at it. There's a reality of circumstances. Yeah, that's yet another consequence. Exactly. 100% correct in regards to that. 100% correct. So, again, I find this concerning that you're pretty much making them get a vaccine in a very coercive, very kind of like, I don't know, just a tyrannical kind of way. I don't like it. Okay, because they can't come out and say you have to get a vaccine. I think that still goes against HIPAA laws, things like that. But NFL's entity as a business, when his teams they can do what they want to for that reason. They can force if they want to. So you may say, well, you're anti-vax, you want people to die. No, I don't. I'm not saying COVID is not real. I'm not saying COVID hasn't had impacts. People have died of COVID. We know this. We know they died of COVID. But again, COVID is a virus. It's going to mutate. It's going to change. As we've seen by this vaccine, it doesn't always stop from getting COVID, right? Defender will say, well, it makes the symptoms less or protects you better if you don't have it. Okay, maybe so. I'm not saying that's not true. But again, the point goes down to the individual fact of you should not be forced to put something in your body you don't want to put in your body, period. That's it. That's just the fact of the matter. You shouldn't be forced to do that. I don't like that idea in principle. And that is something that, even though I'm not one of these anti-vax conspiracy theory people, I'm very about. I can't talk. Getting a little riled up here. Libertarianism, individual freedoms, belief to liberalize as you feel like the government saying what to do all the time. And again, it's not the government, it's the NFL, but I'm about guarantee, they're all buddy-buddy with the political stuff anyway. So the fact that they would do this isn't too much of a surprise, but it's just very frustrating. And I don't think it's right. You shouldn't be forced to get a vaccine. I'm sorry. I think that's ethically wrong. And some may kind of, well, you're ethically wrong. You might get people sick. Well, if you got a vaccine and it's so effective, what's the problem? Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Why are you so concerned about me for not getting a COVID vaccine? I hate to use the old kids not getting vaccine argument because those are from conspiracy nuts. I hate to use that argument. But again, what's the point? And like I said, people with COVID, with the vaccine, are still getting COVID. It's not a guarantee you won't get it. And I'm to the point, and I don't be being insensitive when I say it, I know people have died, they've lost loved ones. I understand that. I feel terrible for you if you have. But for me, it's as simple as this. COVID's out there. It's out there. It's not going away. It's never going anywhere. The problem is, how long is the media and the big institutions in this country going to make us be terrified of it forever? How long are they going to do this? How long do we have to wear a mask? Are they going to, eventually force a vaccine mandate? The government can't do it themselves. The business can make them do it. I'm about guarantee the government will push them to business to make it happen. So essentially, the government's going to make you do it through a middleman. And that's something I'm concerned about. As someone who is still working remote right now, they'll probably be going back to work sometime in September, based on what we hear in our news stories. I'm concerned that I'm going to be forced to get a vaccine to keep my job. That concerns me. I don't like that. And frankly, it actually has, take a second real quick. It actually has made me consider, if that was to happen, quitting my job out of pure principle. And that would not be good financially. I understand that. I have ways to make money, not what I make now, of course. But at the same time, I don't like that they do this. I hope it doesn't come to that. But it's something that I find concerning. And y'all should be concerned too. Again, because if they may get a vaccine, they can maybe do other things too. And the government's getting more and more powerful. And there are people who actually want more government, despite how corrupt and disgusting it is. Forget the whole COVID narrative. Forget the concerns of Fauci. Forget everything that's going on with that. This is something I am deeply concerned about. And again, I'm not anti-vax. I'm anti-coerced or mandated vaccination. You shouldn't be forced to get one. You shouldn't be made to get one. You shouldn't be forced to get one in which your livelihood is based on it. Okay, this is not something I think is right. Now, someone who's an atheist who doesn't believe in a God or heaven or tribulation or any of that shit, I think it's all made up. You're really feeding to the conspiracy by doing this. You know that, right? You're really feeding to conspiracy people by doing this crap and making them feel they have to get it. Mark of the beast, to be able to buy things. You're just adding on to that narrative by doing this. Of course, they don't see it that way, but that's how it looks. You're just going to feed to the conspiracy nuts by doing stuff like this. And again, COVID's not going away. It's going to be here for the long haul. It's out. And we still, somehow, some people still trust Dr. Fauci, despite his connection to the Wuhan lab and how him and the Obama administration were funding it and making tests for this kind of thing. But they don't want to focus on that too much, though. It's getting more traction, but they don't want to focus on it too much. They don't want to blame certain people about a certain political party too much. But anyway, yeah, I think it's pretty much nailed to the political channel now. So that's all I got for this one. I just think the event a little frustrated here. I find it very concerning. And again, as soon as NFL does this, naturally the hospitals and local health centers have announced that all employees must be vaccinated by like October, I think. So, yeah, I do. I'm very upset about this, and I'm worried, and I don't know what to do. We'll see what happens, and I'm trying to be too negative. I mean, there are certain people out there that are still fighting for individuals who actually believe in individual freedom and believe in individual identity and health choices and healthcare and things like that. There's still some fighting. Rand Paul's fighting. I think Mike Lee's probably going to fight that as well. So there are a few people who are still fighting for this cause, but not many are. And even like Mitch McConnell and certain people are saying, get the vaccine. Sean Hannity on Fox News is saying, get the vaccine. And I'm derailing from the NFL over here, I know. But I'm sorry, I'm just a little frustrated with everything. And I'm going to wrap it up here. That's all I got. Give me your thoughts in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.